Starting, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Hi.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm fine, but it's very hot. 33 degrees.
Oh my goodness, I wish it was here. It's cold, dark, and rainy in
Really?
Toronto. Yeah,
Let's share some degrees. You give me some
yeah.
cold degrees, and I give you some
Yeah,
hot
maybe we could
degrees.
do an exchange. You give me some
Yeah,
of
good
Germany's
idea.
heat, I could give you some of Canada's cold.
I'll send them to you via italki.
Thank you. Yeah, I accept that form of payment.
I
All right,
appreciate those degrees too. I'm feeling better now.
wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad you feel more grateful now. All right, so would you like to get started with the recording?
Yes, yes. Do you need the list again?
Um, can I just ask, can you let me know like which ones am I looking at specifically?
Well, the
Sent a
blog
couple.
post list, which is an Excel list, but I can send it to you again. And then we start with the 30 playlists.
You sent one that said priority blog posts at the moment on June 26th.
Yeah, that's it. That's the blog post.
What I'm seeing here, the ones you have for me are please only correct no audios. Is that right?
Yeah. It's only correction because they are only blog posts. I don't need any videos for that.
Good.
And then we just start with the 30 playlists.
We'll start with the 30 bilingual playlists.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm opening that right now. Do you also have it open?
It's opening, yeah. The MacBook is a bit hot.
Oh, do you have a charger with you or an adapter?
It's not about charging or something. It's just because it's 33 degrees, it doesn't react like normal.
Yeah.
Because I can't cool it down. I don't know
Yeah.
how.
It's been out in the sun. Yeah, or it has exposure.
It was not in the sun, but well, it's too hot.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
I've
Yeah,
opened it now.
because you're in your car. Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
anywhere else to put it. Yeah.
yeah. I could switch on the air condition, but it's very expensive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. For cars, absolutely. All right, so I'm just checking to see what I usually do before I correct your texts is I usually check to see how long it is just to get an idea of how
Mm-hmm.
long it will take me. So I'm just going through it. Looks like there's about 5, 6, 7. Oh, right, and this is just corrections, no
Yeah.
audios. Okay. Um. Okay.
So should we
Okay.
just read the whole text first and then start again to
So I
think
see
about?
this one. Is it the one called "Not Ready"?
Yeah, but now they are all called not ready when they are blog posts.
Oh, okay.
But it's the 30 bilingual playlists blog post in all languages.
Yeah. Discover bilingual videos in
Yeah,
6
that's it.
languages. Okay.
So
Are we
I will just,
reading it? Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I will read, yeah. Okay. And then we start again in the beginning. Okay,
Sure.
discover bilingual videos in 6 languages: German, English, French, Spanish, Italian, and Russian. In our
Here.
globalized world, mastering multiple languages is more important than ever. You can also mark something if you want to think about or if you want to change maybe later.
Okay. Sure.
One of the most effective and entertaining methods to learn a new language is by watching bilingual videos. In this blog post, I give you an extensive collection of bilingual videos in German, English, French, Spanish, Italian, and Russian. Each video contains audio, I think, but you can correct me later, in one language and is combined with 5 different bilingual text versions. It's a great opportunity to improve language comprehension while also having fun. Why bilingual videos? Bilingual videos offer many benefits for language acquisition. Improving listening comprehension. By listening to authentic German audio, you improve your listening skills and pronunciation. We should delete German here because it's not only German. And
what do you mean by authentic audio? Like, what do you mean by authentic audio? Can I just clarify?
Authentic, I mean native speakers are speaking.
Okay, so native to audio.
Okay.
Like you could say like native speaker audio.
Okay. Visual learning. Reading and listening simultaneously helps you understand and internalize the language better. Relaxation. Bilingual videos can be a relaxing form of learning because you don't need to look up words in the dictionary. My bilingual playlists. There are 30 playlists divided into 6 groups, sorted by the language in which the audio of the video is. There are 6 playlists in 5 variants each. There are the playlists German audio, playlist German English, German French, German Spanish, German Italian, German Russian. English audio, playlist English German, English French, English Spanish, English Italian, English Russian. French audio, French German, French English, French Spanish, French Italian, French Russian. Spanish audio, Spanish German, Spanish French, Spanish English, Spanish Italian, Spanish Russian. And Italian audio, Italian German, Italian English, Italian French, Italian Spanish, Italian Russian. And Russian audio, Russian German, Russian English, Russian French, Russian Spanish, Russian Italian. Ebooks for further learning. In addition to the free videos, I offer ebooks to help you deepen your learning. Each ebook contains the full bilingual texts of the videos, so you can practice pronunciation by reading aloud, use the sentence structures as patterns, and improve your language comprehension. You can buy the ebooks here. I'll put the link here. And conclusion, bilingual videos are an excellent resource to learn a new language or improve your existing language skills. With these playlists and ebooks, you have all the tools you need to learn effectively and enjoyably. Start today and discover the world of languages in a new and exciting way. Subscribe to this blog to not miss anything.
Bilingual skills are an excellent resource to learn a new language or to improve your existing language skills. With these playlists and ebooks, you'll have all the tools you need to learn effectively and enjoyably. Start today and discover the world of languages in a new and exciting way. Subscribe to this blog to not miss anything. And I am wondering why you have the colon here. Is that because
after
you're going to have a link?
There's a button then.
A button for what? Like to the blog?
For subscribing, which says subscribe. And then you put your email there.
Okay, so then okay, that's because I wasn't sure why the colon was there. Okay, as long as you know.
Let's start again on top, should we?
I do have a couple questions, so do you want to read it again and then I could ask you the questions because I've highlighted them in bold, some areas that
maybe you just tell me in which sentence you want to change something and then
like maybe offer you the suggestions, like ask you what you mean by this and offer my suggestions. Okay,
good.
So let's see, French, Italian, and Russian. The title is fine. The very first paragraph is fine. In our globalized world, that's fine. In this blog post, I give you an extensive collection. Actually, no, I think that's fine. Like extensive, like you're saying.
It's a lot.
You give them a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each video contains audio in one language. Okay, so is it a video or like is it a video like with visuals or is it just spoken?
So it shows you at least one sentence, but in both languages, so that you can read along. And it gives you one audio in one language, the whole video, through the whole video.
Okay.
So that, for example, if it's German-English and you learn German, then you can see the English and the German, and you will listen to the German audio, so that you can read along with the German sentence, but you can also quickly watch what is this word in English, if you don't know a word.
So, so bilingual, so like the German collection, the German playlist, they focus on like people learning German who are learning German would choose that. And then they would see it in their native language, say their native language is Spanish. Then they would choose the German Spanish section. It's a subsection, or like
it's a playlist on YouTube.
Okay, and these are videos. For some reason I was imagining podcasts in my head.
You can also not watch and just try to do a comprehension exercise, but you can use them to read along, and you can also use them for shadowing, so speaking along.
Okay, so in that case, that makes a lot more sense. Each video contains audio in one language. Okay, that's fine. So in that case, I don't have a problem with it, and is combined with 5 different bilingual text versions. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so you don't have a German, so that's if you have 6 languages, you only have 5 combinations.
Each video contains audio and is combined with one of the 5.
But then I have to name them again.
Okay, because the reason I ask is because when I read this, each video contains audio in one language. It's combined with 5 different bilingual text. So what I understand as an English speaker when I read this sentence, each video contains audio in one language and is combined with 5 different.
I know what you mean. It's confusing. So
what I want
to say is that there are 5 versions with one audio in one language.
Okay, so then that would just be a longer sentence. So you could say, each video contains audio in one language. And each video is combined with one of the 5 different languages available. Yeah, you could say, because you're doing 6 languages, right? One of the 5. So if you're doing like English, then you have 5 other languages.
Yes, that's right.
Are these all languages you speak? Obviously, you're a native German speaker, but are these all languages you speak to high proficiency?
No, Italian and Russian, I'm a beginner. So I can perfectly speak about living in my car in those languages, and about my children, my family, and so on. So I'm typically A2, I think.
Yeah, and based on what I've read from your French and your Spanish, again, I'm not a native French or Spanish speaker, but like your Spanish is really good.
Yes, it's fluent and natural. I can really recommend to consume all the content of Español con Juan.
Oh yeah, I know that guy. He's a Spaniard.
You should really consume it, like
I follow Mexican
chocolate, and you couldn't stop anymore, because he will be in your thinking and feeling, and in the morning when you wake up, you will say things like he says in some of his videos, and also in situations like, for example, I was in a cafeteria, and one of the other tables, there was a family on one of the other tables, and the girl had received a present from her family, and she said that she didn't know what to say. And then I remembered the video, and I said, que bonito, gracias. And they were all laughing.
Oh, that's great.
It just means how beautiful, thank you. But in that voice. So
oh, and you
it's
adopt
really in your head, and
yeah.
you feel the language when you.
Yeah, and that's how
It's
I
cool.
feel because I'm focused more so on Mexican Spanish rather than European Spanish, and he's definitely more so European Spanish. I listen to a lot of Mexican podcasts, and all my tutors were Mexican. One was Colombian, and I say a lot of the things that Mexicans say and adopt a lot of their mannerisms because it's really cool when you're able to do that and have that moment of when I say "Que chido, eh?" And they're like,
Okay, I don't understand what you're saying.
it's Mexican slang
But
for
I
like.
have now a Mexican teacher as well, Lorena, and I can ask her to sometimes tell me something in Mexican Spanish so that I can extend my Spanish knowledge a bit. Okay, let's continue.
Sorry,
Otherwise
anyways,
we
I
won't be
digress. I love
talking the whole
Spanish too,
lesson.
but I digress. Yeah, I just suggested instead of your language comprehension, I suggested listening comprehension.
Okay.
Just because it's understood that you're practicing your language. Why bilingual videos? So I'm moving on now to bilingual videos.
Mm-hmm.
Bilingual videos. Okay. No, I have at first I didn't understand what you meant by bilingual videos. Now you clarified. But
That's so cool that it's so complicated. Do you know why?
Is it based on? Sorry to interrupt. Is it based on Stephen Krashen's theory of language acquisition?
I didn't read that, so I don't know about his theory.
Sorry,
I just started doing this because I had read some bilingual books in Spanish and Italian and so on, and I enjoyed it so much that I was looking for other bilingual books.
Mm-hmm.
And what I didn't like in most of them, there's a whole series which is from by the, I think it's the publisher, DTV. It's a German publisher, and they have this series about bilingual books, different topics, different authors, mainly classical. And the problem is, on the left side you have one language like German, for example, on the other side, for example, English. And then you have to look for the part of the sentence that you want to know more about because you didn't understand it. And I found that so annoying. And then I switched to back to children's books because there's only one sentence on one page.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, I want to make those kind of books, but for adults, with adult topics.
Yeah, exactly. And not have the two side by side.
Yes, and not have to have too much text or not structured text so that you can't find what is what.
Yeah. Also, if you've ever read the series Short Stories and Languages by Ollie Richards, I recommend it. It is monolingual. Like the text is in, like, say, French stories, like the stories are in French. And sometimes, like, they have, like, words that they choose that have the English translation, but it's usually just in French.
But you can't choose which ones.
But you can't choose. Yeah, there's that limit of choice, right? So
yes.
Yeah, but yours is like killing two birds with one stone, as we say in English.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sure you know that expression. Yeah. All right. So
it's different in every language, but it's more similar to the English version in most of the languages.
In Spanish, it's killing two birds with a shotgun.
Yes, and in most of the languages, it's like a bird that you're killing, but in some languages, it's a fly.
In German, is it a fly?
Yes.
Oh, I need to look up more German.
And in Russian, they are rabbits.
They're killing two rabbits.
Yes.
With one stone, or two with a shotgun.
I think I at the moment mit Durchsajtiev at nim Boistrom. I think it's a short just, yeah.
So killing 2 rabbits with a shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how lovely. Russian, how lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, to go back to the text, I just added relaxation. Besides that, everything else seems fine to me. So relaxation, bilingual videos can be a relaxing form of learning because you don't need to look up constantly. You don't, like, you're trying to say, like, you're not always going back to the dictionary and checking a lot, right?
Yes.
So I would suggest
just,
adding so you don't constantly need to look up words in the dictionary while listening. Like, you don't need to do it a lot.
Yeah.
And just to clarify that it's as you're listening. There are 30 playlists, 5 variants each. What do you mean by variants?
Yeah, those 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. That's all with German audio, but 5 different videos because they are different texts.
In 5 do you mean like 5 combinations then?
5 versions.
Versions?
Yeah.
There are 6 playlists. So you're saying here that each playlist has 5 separate versions, right?
Yes.
And I would suggest instead, just to make the sentence a little less confusing, there are 6 playlists total.
No, there are 30 playlists.
There are, you said playlists, so you divide them as playlist 1, playlist 2, playlist 3, playlist 4, playlist 5, playlist 6.
You're right, it's confusing. Playlist group.
There are 5 playlist groups. Six playlist groups, each one containing 5. Each one containing 5 versions. You said each. Yes. So each playlist group
yes.
has 5 versions, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Each one containing 5 versions.
It's just very helpful to correct this because sometimes when you're doing something quietly, you can't see everything. So. Oh,
playlist? Oh, I see you wrote playlist.
No, I wanted to copy group, but my MacBook is so slow that it copied the wrong word.
Playlist group. I'll just correct this for you right now, just so it's all consistent. Yeah, playlist group. Yeah, that is a lot less confusing, but I appreciate that it's hard to explain, just because it's honestly it's never been done before. This is quite unique.
I think so, yes, because when the persons, like when people start doing this and then they realize how much work it is and that it will take forever, then they stop doing it.
Yeah, did you make all of these playlists yourself?
Yeah, actually, in the beginning, I only had everything for German learners.
Okay.
The combinations were only with German English, German French, and in the total beginning they were bilingual in the audio as well. But then I got the feedback, yes, I know the story now by heart, but I want to repeat the pronunciation just. But I can't because German and English are in the video. They are both in the video. I can't skip it, and it's too hard. I need the video just in English to improve my pronunciation.
Exactly.
And then there was one other comment. Yes, I learn French and I'm Spanish, but I don't want to learn German. Don't you have this in French, Spanish? And I said, okay, I have to rethink my whole concept.
Yeah. And it can be confusing the way it's explained sometimes for potential listeners to follow. So I think just by making the language a bit more clear like this, there'll be a lot more understandable, like more clear for people to follow. And it's such a great service. I just want it to reach more people. That's why. Yeah. If I had more money and I wasn't a broke student, I would definitely get it. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyways.
I tell you, when I get the new job that I applied for starting in September, I will invest half of the money for help to do all this, because it's my most important hobby, and it's also like a second. Can you say a second foot in the business?
What do you mean by a second foot?
Oh, or a second leg? Is there
It's like your second. It's like your second job.
You don't have any saying or
to convey what?
idiom. Well, in German it's called zweites Standbein. Standbein means that you have a leg where you stand on.
Oh, it's like, yeah, in English you could say like your second. No, we don't exactly have like supports form of income.
Yeah, sometimes there is no idiom.
That's what I love about German. You have lots of words that, like, how do you, like, we don't have something like Fernweh. We don't have that.
Yeah.
It requires like a long explanation of like missing something that for a long time.
Yeah, but it's the other way around in English as well. Sometimes you want to say something and you want to use the noun as a verb in German, and you can't because it's just not existing. But in English, it always exists. You can say, I batch my tasks. And batch is usually a noun. You can't say that. And you have to use the English word in German in order to use a noun as a verb.
It's interesting when you learn other languages how much you learn about your own language.
Yeah. So, do you see any more errors or?
Sorry, can I just take a drink of water for a second?
Yeah. So I just group here.
In addition to free videos, I'm on page. What page? I'm on page 5, under ebooks for further learning. In addition to the free videos, I offer ebooks to help you deepen your learning. Sounds good. Each ebook contains the full bilingual. What do you mean by the bilingual texts? Like, do you mean the subtitles?
No, the text of the video. Like, for example, if it's a story, it's the whole story in one ebook.
The full. Okay, and you're saying like you have the whole story there, the full story. Like it's a written text, correct?
Yeah, but if it's not a story, but only 100 examples how to use this verb, then it's the full text of this.
I would say the full bilingual text from the videos, because that's where they're coming from. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Because I wasn't sure at first what you meant by texts. And improved your language comprehension. The full bilingual story. Because you're also including the visuals, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, in the ebooks, right?
Yeah.
And there's stories, correct? So I would say stories.
Not always. Sometimes there are just 100 examples how to use a verb or a noun.
I would say the full bilingual text. I would say stories, just because in English texts, we don't usually use that word a lot.
Sometimes it's dialogues.
Dialogues, are there a content? So you could say content.
Okay.
So content could be general, it could be like, it could be stories, it could be audio, it could be anything. Just because text sounds, we don't use that a lot. It sounds a little bit odd. So yeah. Content, use the sentence structures as patterns and use the sentence structures as patterns. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
For example, you have the sentence, I love milk. And then you can use the sentence structure and say, I love rabbits. I love chocolate. Because you already know that I comes first and love is in the second position, and there comes an object. next, for example.
As patterns to repeat, to be repeated? For you to repeat?
So you need something behind, okay. Yeah, or to exercise, or
to help you practice your learning.
Okay.
Just because when I see it as patterns, I just feel like in English, an English speaker would read that and think something's missing. So just to clarify, like why it's there, like why the patterns are there, and improve your language comprehension, you can buy the ebooks here, and you'll have a link there. Bilingual videos are an excellent resource to learn a new language or improve your existing language skills. With these playlists and ebooks, you have all the tools you need to learn effectively and enjoyably. Start today and discover the world of languages in a new and exciting way. I like how, first of all, I like how you ended it here. It's really engaging. Engages the reader. Subscribe to this blog to not miss anything. Overall, yeah, just some minor corrections. To me, it seems good to go.
I hope it will be effective.
Do you just have me look over this, or do you have another English tutor to look over this as well?
I just see we have 31 minutes already.
I see that, yeah, we're already at the full time. And
so, yeah, we should do
so for next time. So for next time, I'm just thinking, because I don't have a lot of time left, just personally. So I'm thinking for next time. Oh, by the way, we're still recording. Do you still want to record?
Well, we are just saying goodbye now.
Okay.
And you want to say that you don't have a lot of time, and then
I do have to leave like right now.
Yeah. Okay. So then we just write in the chat.
Sure. Yeah, you can let me know like which ones you want me to record and to focus on for next time. Okay.
Good.
I'll get to those as soon as I can.
Thank you so much.
Of course, Mona. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy the weather. Take care. See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.